Dorian Yeites says guys in bodybuilding today are missing calves and forearms. Talks life after bodybuilding and steroids for beginners. Yeites discussed steroids, his health after bodybuilding, and how the men's open has changed since his reign. It's not the same. It's not the same standard at all. Bodybuilding legend Dorian Yeites has watched the sport change for better or worse over the years. In a recent interview, he discussed his experiences after taking steroids, changes to the men's open division, and why people starting in fitness should avoid performance-enhancing drugs. During the 1990s, Dorian Yeites rose to power in the IFBB Pro League with an impenetrable back shortly after Lee Haney retired. His mass and dry conditioning ushered in a new era in the men's open. En route to building his exceptional legacy, Yeites routinely bested superpowers of the sport, like Kevin Levrone, Flex Wheeler, and Sean Ray. With 6 Mr. Olympia titles to his name, Yeites remains one of the most successful athletes to don a pair of posing trunks. Given the current open landscape, Yeites pointed out how physiques have changed, highlighting that competitors today lack forearm and calf definition. Dorian Yeites, critical of today's open class, gives advice to people starting steroids, talks life after bodybuilding. According to Yeites, the men's open Mr. Olympia is not the same. He argued that the standards have changed, revealing that all the top competitors are missing calves and forearms. The competition, are you talking about open Mr. Olympia? It's not the same. It's not the same standard at all. I don't think, said Yeites. It's conditioning, and I think when people ask me, what's the change in the competitors, why are they now all the guys are very short? All the guys don't have calves and they don't have forearms and all this stuff? He doesn't understand why modern athletes aren't living up to the standards of their predecessors. Yeites says there are far more competitors in bodybuilding now, whereas in his day, less talent existed. I'm like, well, if you had 10 million people doing something, or 1 million people doing something, you'll have more outstanding genetic specimens in the 10 million than you would in the 1 million. Although, much more people are going to the gym than they were, let's say, in the 90s, when I was Mr. Olympia. More people going to the gym, more gyms, everything, but less people doing bodybuilding. In the 80s and the 90s, every dude wanted